Your mechanic charges hundreds to change your brake pads for this few minutes job, but in the next few minutes, I'll show you how to change your own brake pads at home using basic tools. What you're going to see today, even if you have never touched brakes before, this step-by-step beginner-friendly video can help you become professional. Something you need to remember is that the process of changing brake pads is not exactly the same for all cars, but the fundamental principles are similar. So once you understand this, you should be able to deal with any brake pads. Now let's start.
To complete removing brake pads on a 07 Punto, you need a trolley jack, impact driver, selection of sockets, flat-headed screwdriver, and the long sockets as well. And you also need a tool wrench. This is a kneeling down mat, but every vehicle is different, so have yourself these tools. If you don't have an impact driver, then a wrench is perfectly amicable, and have a selection of sockets. Copper slip should be used on the pads, which stops them sticking in the calipers. Do you want me to talk that while it's on the floor,
Yeah.
that the nuts have to be cracked open?
Yep.
Yeah. Then we use a ratchet. Whilst the vehicle is on the floor, you can undo the wheel nuts. Then jack the vehicle off the ground. Making sure the jack is on the chassis of the vehicle. Keep using the jack until there's a clearance from the tyre to the ground so you can spin the wheel. What we use is an impact driver. Not everyone has one of these. So we have an 18mm socket. Four nuts, wheel trim, remove the wheel. Once we've removed the wheel, it exposes the brake caliper. And what we're going to do now, we're going to use 10mm on either side to open up these calipers. Watching which way you undo the bolts. These are anti-clockwise. We're then going to lift the caliper out of place, which exposes the brake pads. This is copper slip, which stops the brake caliper sticking to the brake pads.
Why do we have to use a copper grease?
This stops the brake pad sticking to the back of the caliper, which allows for the brake to be feasible and to move. Otherwise salt water will hold it into place. Okay, on these brakes we're going to have to use a wind back tool, which is to wind the piston back into place because of the wear and tear on the brake pads, as you see. So this will have to be wound back. I think these ones are pushback pistons. You ready again?
Yeah.
As you see, the piston has exceeded outwards. So what we're going to do, a flat-headed screwdriver, and we push it in between the piston and the disc and push the piston back into place. After pushing the piston back, we're going to see if the brake pads will fit on left and right hand side. What do we close the caliper over just to see if it fits, and as you see, this does. It's now the caliper in place. Screw the 13mm bolt back into a floating caliper. Do not over-tight bolts, otherwise something's going to snap. Then what we do, we then replace the cap with the 4 bolts.
Was good. Oh, it was still. Turn the disc up to where you can see the 4 holes equally.
once we put the jack down so the wheel goes back onto the floor, you must remember to go round after finishing the brakes, is go round and pump the brake pedal, which pushes the brake pads out onto the disc, because you will have a gap because you've pushed the piston back. So remember, press the brake pedal at least 2 to 3 times before driving off. Pull the pad out, Sonic.
What I want.
Did I what?
It hasn't got the thingy to it, has it?
No, that's sensor. I'll get a cut.
We're now back in the vehicle after fitting front brake pads. What we must not forget is the brake pedal. Press that at least 3 times to bring the pressure up again. So we go 1, 2, 3. That's fine. Or you can press it 5, 4, 6. But remember, press the pedal before you drive off. I hope this video will help you.
Why do we have to press the pedal?
To gain pressure again where the brake pads have been put in. Where they had worn down, the pistons on the caliper had exceeded outwards and we have to push them back. When we push them back, the pedal will become soft because you're pushing the pressure of the hydraulic fluid up into the master cylinder. So that means if you push up, you will have a gap in between the piston of the vehicle and the brake pad. And how you take that up so the hydraulic fluid can go down and cause pressure again is to pump the brake pedal 3 times.